I'm Anil Kumar, and here is question number 19 for Ellen. 6.2 Radian measure and angles on Cartesian plane. Find the cosine of the angle formed by two rays that start at origin. If one ray passes through the point 6 square root 2, 6 square root 2, and the other ray passes through the point minus 7 square root 3, 7, round your answer to nearest hundredth if necessary. So let's figure it out first on a coordinate plane. How does it look like? So let us say this is the coordinate plane. The point 6 square root 2, 6 square root 2 should be on the diagonal, right? The ray should go like this, right? Somewhere. Because both x and y points are same magnitude. So it has to be somewhere along this diagonal. So that gives us a point which is 6 square root 2 comma 6 square root 2, right? So basically when x and y values are same, the line from the origin is diagonally cutting across the quadrant 1. Both are positive. So that means the angles which we are talking about is pi by 4. Since this is pi by 2, right, it is divided equally. So we have angles pi by 4 and pi by 4, correct? Now let's look into the second ray. It passes through minus 7 square root 3 and 7. That means this side is longer than the y value. So it is kind of, the ray will be going like this. Is that okay? So on this ray, somewhere, if we are taking this as 6, let us say this to be 7 square root 3. Since it is on this side, we say minus 7 square root 3, and the y value here will be 7, right? But the ray is this one. So the angle formed between these two rays is this obtuse angle, you can say, correct? So we are interested in finding cosine value of this obtuse angle theta. This is what we are interested in finding. So what we have to find is what is cos of theta equals to. That is the question for us, correct? So let's figure it out. Now we found that this should be pi by 4 since the triangle makes equal sides. The smaller legs are both equal. In this case, the legs of the triangle are in the ratio of 1 is to 1 over 3. I mean, the ratios are, if one leg is 7, the other is 7 square root 3. So the ratio is 1 square root 3, right? So that reminds us that right triangle formed should be pi by 3, pi by 6, correct? So this should be pi by 3. The other side should be pi by 6. So we are expecting this side should be pi by 6. So from special triangles, we actually get pi by 6 as our side. But since we can use something else also, let's consider this particular triangle and let me call this angle as alpha, right? So tan alpha is how much? We know tan alpha is opposite over adjacent, right? So in this case it is 7 over, I'm sorry, this side is minus 7 and 7. So now let me change the question, right? I will write minus 7 here itself since I took y value going downwards, right? So I changed the question. Okay. So it is alpha is 7, which is the opposite side, and the adjacent side is 7 over square root 3, right? Both negative will make it positive, correct? So we can use the calculator to find alpha. Alpha for us is tan inverse of 1 over square root 3, right? You can see from special triangle also tan of 1 over 3 will really give us an angle of pi by 6, right? Pi by 6 is opposite over this. So this is pi by 6 for us. So we get that alpha as pi by 6. Now if alpha is pi by 6, then we know this angle is 90 degrees for us, correct? Therefore, the total angle theta is equal to pi by 6 plus 90 plus pi by 4. So we have pi by 6 plus 90 is pi by 2 plus pi by 4, right? That is pi by 6 plus pi by 2 plus pi by 4, right? So you can add them up. Common denominator is 12. So we get 2 pi plus this gives us 6 pi, and that will give us 3 pi. That is 2 plus 6, 8 plus 3, 11 pi by 12. So we know this angle, right? Theta is 11 pi by 12. Using this value, we can find cos of 11 pi by 12. So cos of 11 pi by 12 is equal to what? Let's use calculator for that, correct? So we have cos, and within brackets write 11 pi divided by 12, bracket close, equal to, so we get, let's write it in decimals, which is minus 0.9659. Since we have to round our answer to nearest hundredth, that is, we can write this as minus 0.97, right? So that becomes the angle formed by these two rays, and the cosine of that angle is minus 0.97, right? So our answer is cosine of angle theta equals to minus 0.97, right? Remember, I changed my equation here. The y value, I made it minus since I had drawn actually by mistake in quadrant 3, right? So we have first point in quadrant 1, which makes an acute angle of pi by 4. The other point, we took minus 7 square root 3 minus 7. So it came in quadrant 3 with the acute angle of pi by 6. So adding the angles in between the two rays, we got an angle of 11 pi by 12, which gave us a cosine value of minus 0.9659, rounded to minus 0.97. I hope that helps. Now you can solve this question with positive 7. In that case, for positive 7, this line will be actually going in this direction, correct? So you will in fact add pi by 4, 90 minus pi by 6, correct? So that will give you a kind of different answer, right? So you can do that part and get your answer. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.